Welcome back. It's that time of the show where we take a look at exactly how much you've been interacting with us on our different social media platforms. I must say, I saw that we've just gone past 600 likes on our Facebook as well. So thank you for that. And I encourage you to please continue liking our page and sharing it with whoever you know that is involved in club cricket. But that's enough about social media because I'm not the expert on that. The man who handles that for us is none other than Gavin Arends. So Gavin, can you tell us what exactly has been happening on our different social media platforms this week?
Yeah, thank you very much, Brandon, and thank you very much to you guys for making our social media pages boom, especially as Brandon just said, over 600 likes already on our Facebook page. I've got a bit of a surprise for everybody, and this includes you two as well. Let's see if we can make 700 before the end of this year, because I'm going to speak to the people at Made by Mom Cakes, and the 700th like will get a 250 Rand cake voucher as well, courtesy of Made by Mom Cakes. Remember, every cake tells a story. Now, this week on our social media platform, we've got Ilam Detoy making a comeback. It's been a while since we've spoken to Ilam on Facebook, or on Twitter. She sent us a photograph of two gentlemen, little ones, shall I say, making the Western Province Under 15 B squad. We covered that last week. She put a post up there. Then also Strandfontein Cricket Club congratulating those two young players for making the squad. Strandfontein also back on social media this week, asking us again, Clinton, and I've got to come in here, when are we going out there? They want us on field. They don't just want to be in studio. All I have to say is I'd love to come out there, but I don't take the whole decisions about those things.
Clinton, I think he's parading behind a handle called Strandfontein Cricket Club. I think it's Gavin. He's trying to push you.
I'm pretty sure that he's obviously tweeting himself and asking him to tweet those things, and it reeks of being biased. So
yes.
Definitely, Strandfontein, the opportunity will come, but I mean, we don't want to get it from Gavin though.
Did they offer you something to eat, Gavin?
I promise you guys, look, I'm from Mitchell's Plain myself, so
just down the drag.
Naturally we gravitate towards each other, but pretty soon, I tell you what, I'm not going to wait on these guys. I'll just pop out there one Saturday, so be ready whenever you expect me. I'm not saying anything about the food.
Can you see? I told you, getting paid in nice food there again.
Yeah, paid in kind, they call it. Then also on social media, remember this coming weekend is the Bluebells Super Strikers at the Bergfried High School. Now, a little while ago, they actually uploaded their launch video onto our Facebook page. Go and make a turn there and go look at it. It's quite brilliantly done. It's a bit of highlights from what happened last year. Also, just to entice you to come out there this year. We were there last year and it was brilliant. I loved it. Keep it up. Well done to Bluebells Cricket Club. Then from time to time, I will be introducing a site for the week. This week, and I've been there over the last weekend, I've chosen to introduce the St. Augustine's Cricket Club website. They called St. Augustine's cricketclub.co.za. They greet you on the site with the following words: we strive not to produce champions, but to create an environment wherein champions are inevitable. If that doesn't give you a sense of what's happening at that club, or if you would like to know more about that club, go and make a turn. They've got all sorts of things on there. A very full site for a cricket club. Well done to you guys. Those are the kind of contributions that we want on our show. If you'd like to interact with us, you can do so on Twitter. It's at Clubhouse_TV, or you can just log on to Facebook. Remember, we're looking for like number 700 for that 250 Rand cake voucher courtesy of Made by Mom Cakes. Do it on Facebook at From the Clubhouse, or you can just email it through to info@fromtheclubhouse.co.za. If you'd like to get into contact with Clinton personally, how do you do that?
At Clinton_Dupree. Use it and abuse it.
And Brandon?
Brandon Sportnut. Don't use it, don't abuse it. Okay, use it, but don't abuse it.
He'd love to be abused, let me tell you that much. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and don't want them to know about it, you can do so on Twitter. It's at Gavin Arends. I keep it plain and simple. Or you can just go onto Facebook. It's just Gavin_Arends, and that's the way you get in touch with us. That's the social media for this week. Keep it coming in.
Did you hear that, Clinton? He says if you want to get in touch with me and you don't want them to know about it, he's hinting for food again and he doesn't want us to know about it. But before we, get out of hand with the social media, and once again, thank you for interacting with us. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing from you and your club. And like we have been saying for the entire duration of the show and the last couple of weeks, if you have any functions at your club, you pop onto our social media platforms, let us know, because we'd like to obviously let other people know as well, and so that they can come out and support your club in all different initiatives that you may be taking part in or running. But for now, we're going to take a look at some first division logs because we're getting closer to the Christmas break, as I mentioned earlier in the show. So we'd like to see where exactly the clubs are. And this week, we're looking at First Division B to D. And I want to start with you first, Clinton, on First Division D. What are the logs looking like?
It looks quite interesting because at a stage, you thought certain clubs would not be competing at that league. And Ulster River Northland Cricket Club find themselves played 3, won 3. And it's very good for that club in the area that they're in and the surroundings that they have, and still to produce those type of results. Well done to them. And it's good to see them on top of the log at 78.98 points. Jive Gugulethu Cricket Club also in second place. So really pushing them now and trying to get out of this league. In third place, Macassar. Same thing there, also issues with facilities and those type of things. But it's good to see that the players are still pushing on and really are trying to commit to those fixtures. Sherwood Manenberg Cricket Club played 2-1-1. We are aware of what happened between Sherwood and Younger Cricket Club, and they still need to reschedule that game. And Younger Cricket Club in return find themselves at 10th position, played 1 and lost 1 because of the incident at Nyanga and the games that have been rescheduled away from their facility. We're in the process now of looking at those games, so good luck to them in catching up on those games. Second from the bottom, Brooklyn Telkom, played 3, lost 3, so I hope they try and find a win. And then in 8th place at the moment, Blue Downs Cricket Club, played 3, lost 3. So the teams in the middle, Sherwood Manenberg, Belhar Cricket Club, Mandalay, the newcomers, and Mitchell's playing CC. We hope that they all push on now and really try and compete to try and get to that promotion league positions.
That mid-table, the clubs are sort of in the same sort of area if you look at Mandalay and Mitchell's Plain and Belhar, whatever. So, there's a bit of neighbourly rivalry there. But in the 1C, Gavin, how are things looking there?
Talking about neighbourly rivalry, the 1C, it doesn't get better than this. The 1C is being dominated by the guys out in Strand and Somerset West area. I'm talking about Hottentots Holland Cricket Club. They are first topping the log in 1C with 75.5 points, just narrowly behind them, and it's literally a case of 1 or 2 bonus points there. Somerset West Cricket Club, and good to see that they're doing so well as well. So I think the balance of power has shifted to down the N1 as opposed to closer to Cape Town. In third place, this is a very exciting log because you got those two slightly ahead of the rest, but then second and third also quite close together with fourth we got Bonteheuwel Cricket Club. It could be them, Langa Cricket Club and Seacrest in that order, making up 3, 4 and 5. They're battling out at the moment for third place, and any one of them just need a good run to be challenging for the top 2 spots. At the bottom though, unfortunately, Bellville South Cricket Club, they're scraping the barrel, but only just because for 10th, 9th and 8th, there's only a matter of about 4 points separating those 3 sides. So everything to play for. I can see this league hotting up really, especially when that Hottentots Holland versus Somerset West derby comes up. It's going to be a massive game over there in the Strand, Somerset West area. But also at the bottom, the fight for relegation or to avoid relegation is one that's going to keep this league very exciting.
Then before we go on to the First Division B logs, I just want to clarify something. Does the ruling still work that, when it comes to relegation and promotion, is it 2 up, 2 down kind of, is it still the same?
Yes, in our Premier Leagues and our First Division Leagues, that's 2 up, 2 down. Even in our Reserve Leagues, 2 up, 2 down. It's only in Third Division where it's 3 up and 3 down. So yes, that's all to play for and all to be scared of as well. Then we find ourselves at the bottom, and when you're talking about being scared of, when we now reflect to the First Division B with Atlantis and Glamorgan Cricket Club, I find it very surprising that the 2 of them are at the bottom of the logs, played 3, have not won 1 game thus far. It seems like the upgrades of the Glamorgan facility is doing much better than what the team is doing on the field.
Comfortable.
But I mean, that's tongue in cheek. I say tongue in cheek because we know what the state of the facility was at Glamorgan. They've upgraded. They've been posting on Facebook the upgrades, and somebody was saying about I just now need to see my 100 and my ton on that board. So it's still they're still having good fun at the club. The camaraderie. Look at the net practices. The growth of players is back there. So it feels like home again back at Glamorgan. So now it's just to get the results back onto the field. And then also Atlantis, like I said, surprisingly, that they're there as well. But I'm pretty sure they will push on and really try and climb that ladder. Helderberg CC not far off in 8th position. Rylands Cricket Club, who we know was part of our 2020 finals recently. Fortunate Pinelands still battling to get up there where they used to be past. They used to be part of the 1A back then. They find themselves now in the First Division B. Just Strandfontein in 5th position at the moment on 57.52, Gavin, just to remind you.
Yeah, maybe if they want me to come out there, they should try leading the log.
Well, you can pose that to them and then you can give them a promise, but definitely I'm sure they will also push on them. Yorkshire Cricket Club played 3-1-2, find themselves 59.95, and then on top of the log, Kuils River Cricket Club played 3-1-3. And I heard a comment the weekend that, they'll be moving up and passing someone else coming down. So it's good to hear the confidence and what the guys are showing and how they're pushing on for those leagues. Greenpoint Cricket Club in second place. Recently we attended the club. We know what happens at Greenpoint. There's a lot of camaraderie, good team spirit, good unit at the club. Played 3-1-2. And then Bishop Lavers, which I thought at the start of the season would have probably been in the top 2, find themselves in third place, played 3-1-2. And yes, good luck to the guys at Bishop Lavers. They'll be showing good intent to push on to win games. So to all of those teams, the First Division B, looks like a very close league. And we trust that all of them can the full desire that they want at the beginning of the season, that they can meet them.
It's obviously very tightly contested there, but also, I don't know if we can use the adage, the English Premier League supporters, football supporters normally say, if you at the top at Christmas time, then you could possibly go all the way. We can't use that with cricket.
Definitely not. Not in our club cricket, and we've seen it around. Like you mentioned, the Premier League, anybody can beat anyone, and at this stage as well, anyone can beat anyone in our leagues. It's good leagues. The guys can compete. It's just on the day, on how you arrive on the day, and how you compete, and how you showcase your skills on the day.
I know there's a couple of fixtures coming up as well, but before we go there, Gavin, I just heard as well this afternoon that Clinton has become a Leicester City supporter as well. So, things are really changing. You just never know what's going to happen. But in fixtures coming up this coming weekend, Clinton, what do you have for us?
Now we've got the Western Cape Sports School, Western Cape Sports weekend taking place, and Western Cape Sports School is actually hosting the accommodation for the weekend before I got my tongue twisted there. But it's the weekend that is coming up, and I spoke about at the beginning of the show with exciting news is that we've agreed that in the past we used to have the Western Province Boland Day, which includes all our 8 teams in our youth structures, which had the handover recently, and Boland will then send their teams and we play against each other, either hosting, and every alternate year they will host and we will host. So now we've included SWD and our B teams. So it's 4 teams participating, and they will commence played on Saturday 28th, 50 over competition, where Western Province will play Boland over the various age groups. And then also on the Sunday morning, Western Province will play SWD in T20s, and Boland will play our Western Province B teams in Sunday morning T20s. So if we go through those fixtures, Saturday 28th of November, 50 over fixtures, under 13, Western Province A versus Boland. Western Province B versus SWD, under 15, Western Province A versus Boland, Western Province B versus SWD, and then under 17, Western Province A versus Boland, Western Province B, SWD, and also Boland Rural team will be participating against the RPC under 17 invitation side. Under 19 girls will be Western Province A versus Boland, and then also Western Province Invitation versus SWD on the Saturday. And under 19 boys, which are Coke sides, and those are the games you're probably featuring on the weekend, will be Western Province A against Boland and Western Province B with SWD. And I'm pretty sure, Gavin, on the Sunday you can touch base on the 2020 fixtures.
Yeah, and these games are all happening at Wynberg Boys. So on the A field and the B field, some of those guys playing on the Jacques Callis Oval. So it's going to be a great team. I'm also going to ask people to come out and support these youngsters. Sunday the 29th, the 20 over games starting at 9:30 in the morning. Under 13 will be Western Province A versus SWD, Western Province B versus Boland. In the under 15s, Western Province A against SWD and Western Province B against Boland. Then under 17 is Western Province A against SWD and Western Province B against Boland. Also the Boland Rural will be taking on RPC under 17 Invitational. In the under 19 girls, it's SWD versus Boland. And then the boys under 19, it's Western Province A versus Boland and Western Province B versus SWD.
So certainly mountain of fixtures to get through, but obviously that's where it all starts and that's where you build your talent. They need to be playing in these age group kind of fixtures as they build it. As we mentioned Dayan Khalim as well a bit earlier, and he's obviously come to that system as well, and look where he's going. But gentlemen, before we go, Gavin, can you just give us a recap on your Gav's trivia?
Yeah, Brandon, it is true. One of 250 Rand cake vouchers courtesy of Made by Mom Cakes. Remember, every cake tells a story. The question for this week is, in how many ways can a batsman be dismissed in cricket? Your answers, please, on our social media platforms. That's on Twitter at Clubhouse_TV, or you can just send it through on Facebook at From the Clubhouse, or just email it through to us, info@fromtheclubhouse.co.za.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks, Clinton. Obviously, I'm going to get out there and watch some of those fixtures this coming weekend as well. Just like that, we come to the end of another show. We thank you for joining us and viewing, and hopefully we'll see you out at the clubs and possibly out at some of those Western Province fixtures as well. But for now, all the best if you're playing any cricket this weekend, and we'll see you next week. Good night.